Hello guys and welcome to my channel. This is Wills, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the common mistakes that freelancers make on Fiverr. Now this is in reference to Fiverr gigs. I've done some research both on well-performing gigs and those of new sellers who are not performing well. So you created your account on Fiverr and you can see these are the current statistics. You are not getting any money, you are not making money on Fiverr, so you could be a victim of these common mistakes that I'm just about to talk about with regards to working on Fiverr. So number one, spelling and grammar mistakes. Now this is a common mistake that people who rush to create gigs on Fiverr will make. Now spelling and grammar, they concern misspelled words. Okay, when you misspell words, you create a wrong impression in the mind of the customer. So you will not be able to convince somebody that you can do work. For example, if you are if you are looking for writing jobs, let's say you are looking for article or blog writing jobs. Nobody wants to hire somebody who writes with the spelling and grammar mistakes. So when you present yourself on Fiverr with spelling and grammar mistakes, you are not likely to persuade the buyers. So don't make that mistake. Always proofread your gigs to ensure that they are in the correct grammar. What I mean is that just ensure that you have clean English. You can take a view at those well-performing sellers, those people you find on the first page. You will realize that those people have very clean English, so they don't joke about with their gigs. So that is spelling and grammar, and I know that is something you can correct. You can easily proofread. If English is not your first language, you can ask your friend or ask somebody to proofread your gig before you publish. Then number two, your gig doesn't make sense. Now it can happen that you create a gig that doesn't make sense. You are just confused in your wording, and it doesn't sound professional. Okay, so you must try and create a gig and maybe get some feedback from a colleague, somebody who is working on Fiverr. Let that person read your gig, and if it's not somebody on Fiverr, you can ask a friend to read through your gig and give you some feedback and tell you whether it is making sense or not. This will save you a lot, and you can't afford to create just publish a gig that is not making sense. Okay, that's about making sense. Then another mistake you can't afford to make is not promoting your gig outside Fiverr. Okay, you should make an effort to promote your gig to your friends, to your networks, and so on. The more people see your gigs, the more impressions that you will get on that gig. Okay, I think that promotion part is clear. Then you are not getting enough sales. You created an account on Fiverr, you've not gotten your first sale. This is another mistake. I want just to let you know that the more sales you make on Fiverr, the more you will rank higher. So just try and ensure that you have at least one order on the queue, and this will show the buyers that you are really working and you are somebody who can be relied upon to deliver. So make use of your friends to start getting orders on Fiverr. Then nobody wants your gig. I know that is humiliating, but you may have tried to want to look unique on Fiverr. Okay, you created a gig that nobody wants to buy. For example, I've seen some gigs like people who are distributing flyers. That's something that most people would not like to do, and nobody wants to do that because we have other means of marketing and promoting brands, and it may not be reliable. So don't try to invent the wheel. Just do research. You should get into gigs that are selling. And one thing I know is that where there is competition, there is always money. People are competing where there is money. If you find a gig that people are selling things like YouTube descriptions or YouTube SEO services, you should know that people are doing that because there is money there. There are so many customers who are looking for that service. So if you plug yourself into that niche or that category, you'll be able to start making money on Fiverr. Then another mistake is that you're not cross-promoting your gigs. Cross-promoting is a technique that you can apply on the Fiverr platform, whereby if you have one gig, you try and promote it with other related gigs. You try and show customers that besides that gig, you have another related gig or service. For example, if you are doing this gig of creating video animations, okay, besides video animations, you can also promote another gig of doing voiceovers. If you are good at doing voiceovers, you can promote that as a cross-promoting technique, and you'll be able to increase your number of impressions and number of sales. Then lastly, your gig sucks. What does it mean? Your gig is not done properly. Your gig is simply boring. People don't want to click on boring stuff. So try and put a good image of yourself. If you don't want to put your image, you try and put something professional. For example, I've seen people put a logo for like Twitter, or a logo of YouTube, or a logo of Facebook. It shows that you are professional, and it will make your gig to be interesting for the customers to click on it. So those are the 7 mistakes you can work on. Make sure that you don't fall into the trap of committing these mistakes because they will prevent you from getting orders on Fiverr and making money. So if you like this content, you can share with your friends. If you've not subscribed to my channel, you can subscribe. I release so many videos every week, specifically targeting on freelancers and Fiverr. And thank you for watching. You can give me comments in the comment section. And thank you for watching. See you in the next video.